trailing the Redfield Wolves 2-1 after 20 minutes at historic Pembroke Memorial Center. Two special guests now, Maverick Hayes, who is on the current Lumber Kings, wearing number 2, a defenseman, and his grandfather, Chris Hayes, who was a Lumber King back in 1963-64, a left winger playing with Donnie Giesebrook and lighting up this league before you went to Oshawa. So first, Maverick, how cool is that you're you're a player now on a team that your grandfather is an alumnus?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's awesome. A lot of people around here. It's a small town too, great community. A lot of people know his name, a lot of people know the last name, so it's an awesome feeling, and hopefully I can do something to follow in his footsteps. So.
Well, a lot of people know your name, Chris, because you played in Oshawa with the great Bobby Orr, and because you have a Stanley Cup ring, which makes you a very, very elite group of Lumber King alumni who actually can say that. So just put the ring up a little bit. We'll zoom in on it. There it is, actually. We got it on the screen now, too. But tell me about that. You played in Pembroke, and then you went to Oshawa, and you got to play with Orr. How'd that happen?
Well, I was going to stay in Pembroke, but Daniel Levine, brother, was connected with the Boston Bruins through Leo Levine. And then he thought that maybe I had a little bit more talent and I might be able to play at a higher level. So through some connections over the summer, I guess some strings were pulled, and my brother ended up taking me to Oshawa. And I remember meeting Bobby Orr. I turned 17 that summer. Bobby, I'm older than Bobby by 1 year, and he was there 2 years before me. So you figure it out. He was playing when he was 14.
Amazing. And you said to me that it didn't matter if you got a hat trick in a game or was still the first star.
Yeah, that's basically it. I remember one night I did score a hat trick, and I was the third star. So we had a good goaltender too. So but nobody was concerned about that because the moves he made on the ice were just unbelievable.
Well, you went on to play at Loyola College, and I looked. You're in the Hall of Fame at what is now Concordia University, and it says that you are a hard-hitting player. You might know something about hard hitting. That's the reason you're actually suspended for a couple of games right now. But that's your game. You like to play a physical game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm more of a stay-at-home D. I get just as much joy out of stopping goals as I do getting them. So, yeah, I definitely like throwing the body. I like the old style of game. I like just getting the puck out, simple plays, and playing hard.
Grandfather give you any tips?
Oh, I hear a few through my dad, yeah. I don't think he says too much to me, but he always says a lot to my dad, and I should do this, I should do that, and it really helps. So,
I just have to ask about the Stanley Cup ring, Chris. That was the 71-72 team, loaded with talent. Orr, Esposito, Cashman, all of those great players that went through either Niagara Falls or Oshawa, the affiliated teams in the major junior leagues. But you got a chance when you were playing, down in Oklahoma. They called you up for one game, and it got you that ring. Tell me about it.
I got the call from Tom Johnson, and Tom always liked me in camp, and he said, I'd like you to play tonight. And geez, it was quite a feeling because it all happened so quickly, and he gave me a few shifts, and he knew I could play. He liked my style, and he talked to me a lot around the Boston Bruins, around the Garden, and it was just a great honor just to be there, sit with the guys, team dinner, what have you. The good thing about me is when I walked into the room, I knew a lot of the guys. Or Cash, Freddie Stanfield. Actually, Freddie told me, he said, because I played against Freddie in junior. He said, what took you so long to get here? So it was just a warm feeling going into the room.
Hector Kluche, who's a friend of yours, deserves a lot of credit. He advocated that you were on that Stanley Cup champion team, one game, but you deserved that ring. And one day it arrived in your mailbox at home.
Yes, Hector, he keep me posted all the time, if you know Hector. But Hector's, if I ever go hunting, I want Hector with me because once he goes after something, it's just unbelievable. And at first I didn't know if it was happening, but it came to fruition. I got a call from the president of the team. He says, don't go anywhere today. We're delivering something to your door. And actually, I was all alone, and it was quite a feeling. I was going to invite the guy in to open up the package just to be with somebody, but I really sincerely want to thank Hector, and you know Hector, and just a good guy, all-around good guy. Well, it's an incredible story that you got that ring some 40 years after, quite a while. I think it was about 45 or 46 years, but good for you. Exactly. Now, you were selected in the OHL priority selection draft by the Sudbury Wolves, 8th overall.
obviously you want to progress and follow in your grandfather's footsteps to play in what was the OHA, now the OHL. You're progressing. That's the goal, I assume.
Yeah, definitely that's the big goal. I mean, I'm also having a really good time here. I think I'm developing a lot. I think the ice is just helping me big time. So I don't know. I haven't came to a complete decision, but obviously that's the end goal, to try and go to the OHL and try to continue my career there.
Well, I wish you luck. This is tough on your teammates. Playing with 3 defensemen and a forward who's dropped back.
I feel terrible.
And you had to play with 4 the last couple games. Yeah. You must be feeling for those guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. The talent Sutton are doing well, though. They're doing great. So. Well,
Chris, Maverick, it's great to see you. I just love these stories when you see this generational thing happen with Lumber Kings, where grandfathers and fathers and sons carry on the tradition of Lumber King hockey here in Pembroke. So Merry Christmas to you both, and best wishes over the next few weeks and the holidays.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you.
Chris Hayes and Maverick Hayes, grandfather, grandson, both wore the Lumber King red jersey. One back in the 60s, one now. You're watching Lumber King hockey live on your TV. Renfrew leads Pembroke 2-1 after 20 minutes. We'll be back with the second period.